I actually have a written journal to read to you today. It's one I just wrote, though, so it's very fresh. This is the 17th, 3/17, St. Patrick's Day. I didn't wear green on purpose, it just hit me. And the Mayan day is 9 Eagle. And this is called Everything Speaks. Do you hear? Finding self deeply within. So it is amazing how everything speaks, every little thing. Really, everything speaks to you. Are you hearing it? Are you a part of the conversation? Or are you so lost in mind that it's just an endless monologue? Until we wake up, that's what life is for us. An inaudible monologue that, while we're looking right at it, might as well be speaking Greek or Swahili. We're not even aware of what's going on. This looks bizarre to us when seen from the next level up. We wonder, how could that have been that way? How could we have possibly been so dense, so asleep? We see how it is right there in our face, and we didn't see. Amazing, the job of hypnotism that's been done on us. Oh, and by the way, with our consent, no blame game here. That doesn't help, not one bit. So let's just be in heart with it, shall we? Let's stop listening and participating in all the gloom and doom stuff, all the waving, pointing, fingering of this one or that organization, of HARP or the Illuminati or the Satanists or the Muslims or who knows what. Let's just stop it all. Just for now. And that's a mind game, you know. It's part of the hypnotism routine to keep us at each other like that. So let it go. Can you do that? Can you let go of that alluring realm of supposed living where all of that is going on? Perhaps long enough to listen to one of these journals from your heart space instead. Heart space is completely void of that stuff. You can't take it there with you either. It won't fit. I won't say that what you'll find in heart space is love, because human beings in the 3D mind, we haven't even got a clue of what this capital L love is about. There's no concept for it. It's just like the capital T truth that Jesus refused to answer Pilate about. No words fit. They won't capture it. No way. So instead, don't think that you'll know what awaits you there in the heart. Don't have any expectations about it. Let them go too. And just drop down. Drop your attention down to center in your chest. That's all. Pretend you have a chair inside there and just go and sit there. Pull it up and have a seat and just relax. Yeah, just breathe deeply for a breath or two. You'll be surprised at all the tension that will release that you weren't aware was even there. Now, just be. You don't have to be anything in particular, nor do anything either. Just being is it. One day, we'll all find this out, that the secret to hearing the still small voice is learning to let go of all of it, to just be quietly, softly, inside. All the work that you've done on disidentifying, on not being just the body or the mind, this will help you now. Let go of even thinking that you know what you are, much less who. You don't. Sorry, but that's the case, and for all of us. So let go. You don't know. Make friends with that. Okay. You'll know you're in mind if discomfort arises here. Mind always wants to know.
It doesn't take to being told it doesn't know something, especially something so basic as who and what you are, what it is. It will object. That's fine. You can ignore that if you choose. None compels here. None ever will. This is always a matter of choice. This is a realm and a kingdom of choice. People wonder about free will and what the heck good is it? What use is it when they can't stop the wars and the poisoning of the populace, the clear-cutting of the forests, child abuse, and all the rest? Many even get to wondering if there's a God anywhere to let such things happen. Well, let go of all of that, every bit of it. See it just waft away on the breeze. Now, if you have any remaining questions or issues that just won't seem to leave you alone, look right at your feet there on the floor. See that sturdy box? Unlatch and lift the heavy lid and leave it open. Now, spend a moment and take all your concerns and just put them in there. The box is as big as it needs to be. It will contain them. So, if you're concerned about time, put your watch in there. If you're worried about your child, there's a playroom in there too. So, put the little one in there. There's a leprechaun there to entertain and keep the babe happy. Concerned about the boss? Put the whole company you work for in the box. It's really big. I mean it. Whatever it is, dump the whole darn thing in the box. And when you're ready, just close the lid. See the latch? Close it tight. That will keep those things out of your awareness for this time. And there are angels standing guard over it if you wish, but the box itself is like magic. You didn't notice, but what it's made of is love. Okay, let's move on. Where shall we go? We're inside heart space, remember, but that's quite infinite. We've all of infinity and eternity to explore here. Actually, we'll just be exploring the self as we do that, for we're it. From within heart space, you can listen to this. Are you ready? We're cells in the body of God. Try that on. That's how we can be so magical. We're that. I am that. And remember that I am is the name of God. It really is. So let's be cautious with how we use those sacred words. You're sacred too. Did you know that? Now, if you're really settled down there in your heart kingdom, I've got news for you. I want you to hear it
from here, though, where the mind is fully left out of it. You ready? Okay, then. Matter itself doesn't really exist. Just be still with that. I'll tell you something else now. All that is, all the infinity and eternity of the whole cosmos, all of that exists within you. Yep, right inside here. That's how it's so easy to explore from in here. It all exists here. You think I'm mad? Well, that could be. Anything's possible. You've heard me say that often enough. But be still with this. Just allow the possibility of it to wash over you gently. We're learning not to fight with life here, just to let it be, whatever it is. There is an ultimate humility that we all abide within when we're in Heart Kingdom. It allows for us to not know a thing. Try that on. And knowing we don't really know anything, that is the most open state we could possibly be in. Do you see this? How that could be the ultimate in openness? It's also the opposite of mind's state of knowingness. The heart isn't the opposite of mind by any stretch, but mind is quite unlike heart, that's for sure. The more you are used to abiding in your mind, the more strange this new space will seem. Well, make friends with that. There's no fear in here either. You can completely relax in heart. There's literally nothing to fear. It's all good. You are safe. Welcome this feeling of safety too. Open yourself to it. That's something you don't find in the world, so that may feel strange. You'll learn something about yourself as you watch yourself encounter these things. These things are as different, more different than night and day when compared with the outside life. That means when compared with the kingdom of mind. Because yes, I told you before that there really is no such thing as matter you think exists out there. No such thing at all. Be still with that. Recall that all atoms are more than 99.99% empty space. They're nothing at all. Those solid forms you think you see and interact with in the outside world, those are created by mind. They're creatures of mind. They have no real life or existence of their own. And be still now. I feel some solar plexus energy in some of you, and that's okay too. Just be with that. Just watch it. You see, you can be in the solar plexus and aware of that while remaining in heart space. Now, how could that be? How come such a move of your attention doesn't have to take you out of heart focus? Because all of that exists here on the inside of you, and now you're aware of that. Your solar plexus is in here. So is your car, your house, your town, your school, the galaxy, the suns. They're all in here too. I am that, remember? No limitations on this. That excludes nothing. Thus, you can be a real armchair traveler from right here in the chair, which is really a throne within you. This is your inner kingdom. Have you ever been here before? Well, make yourself at home. This place really is yours. None can intrude. This is the true place of the exercise of free will, too. Choices made in this space are quite powerful, but be sure to leave mind out of that. Mind isn't the chooser here, and maybe up to now, that's the only chooser you've known. That'll take some getting used to. You see, along with matter not existing, and both infinity and eternity being found in here, there's one more thing that's really different here. Did you guess it? Well, that's you. You've no clue, really, who and what you are. None of us do. In here, you can come face to face with that if you're ready to. Remember, none compels. You're the sovereign here. You rule. You'll hear from higher self here. Intuition speaks, and the still small voice as well. None of that matters, though. You still reign. No one and nothing to force you into anything here. Perfect safety abides, so relax out into that. You're the king or queen in your kingdom of heart. Now, some, believe it or not, are concerned about being a power monger. That's the word I heard. Let that go. That's just an echo of mind. You can open the box at your feet any time and put something else in it if you like, if something's bothering you. There's no need to think about or face anything you don't choose to here. You're in charge. Don't let yourself be pushed around. Not by anything. No shoulds. You rule. That's not abuse of power. That's taking charge, or rather, allowing yourself to get comfortable here. Nothing wrong with that. Everything else in your whole life will keep for the moments you're here. And you deserve that. You really do. This is a place or a space you can come to be at full peace and to get acquainted with you. There's a you, capital Y, here you've never really met. Maybe some of you have. It will begin to come through for you, actually to come out in you while you are in here. And that's if you allow. You are safe in here, you see. No darkness of any kind can intrude. If it seems to, just open the box and plop it in. You rule. My friends, we no longer know in the outside world what this feeling of safety is. That comes from being so much in the mind. It's been eons for some of us since we took a real rest inside like that. Very unaccustomed territory it is. That's okay though. You'll fit right in, slip right into this, because it's so natural. Well, wait. It's not natural to the real you. It is the real you. So let's just say it's natural and relax down into that. Now you may be getting some strange sensations now and expanding out. You may be losing the sense of having any boundaries at all. Or you may feel heat or sensations in the body somewhere, the vibration. That's all fine. Just flow with whatever presents. know that you can be aware of that and still not lose your place in heart. Heart is literally the center of everything. You never have to leave here, my friends. Now, you can change the level of your concentration or attention here, but this is the real you, so you can't lose that. You're always in here. Did you know this? Yep, you never leave here, not the real you. When you dive into mind, you enter the pseudo world. That's more like a computer program than anything. And remember, matter is not real. That seeming world is an illusion. You'll forget that. Sure you will. But then you'll remember this once again. Remember, forget, remember, forget, remember. It has to do with setting intent. If your desire is to abide here, to rise up in consciousness, in heart, now and always, then you will. The periods of forgetting will keep shortening until one day you'll realize you haven't left here for quite a long time. And it creeps up on you. Now, in closing, I'll recommend one more time the Peter Russell lecture called The Primacy of Consciousness. I get so freaking high on that. It's science. Find it and listen again and again. That's what I'm doing. He's a scientist, but he'll teach you the way into this state by the strictly scientific route. It's amazing what that 1 hour lecture contains. Be blessed. See you, as always, within.